everybody. How are you all doing today? All right, thank you so much for being here. Right, okay, first, before we begin, I do have some very important rules. Then we are going to have lots of fun. Okay, there are going to be times during this show that you guys get to call out. All right, and other times I need you to listen. So even if you're in your own homes or in your classroom, you can call out as loud as you're allowed. Okay, so if I go like this, it is your time to call out, right? Otherwise, I need you to listen, because you don't want to miss anything. It's going to be super fun. Number two, always stay in your seats. Okay, actually, that's not true. There's going to be times I'm going to ask you to stand up because we're going to do some moving around here. All right, you guys ready to get started? My name is Claire and I'm from Talewise, where learning is powered by stories. And today we are going to learn all about science as I tell you a story called Pirates Lost at Sea. But first, I'm going to show you a bonus experiment straight away. Okay, I'm going to need a volunteer for this one. Okay, you over here. Wait, this is Derek, my dog. Okay, all right, what are you doing here? You're going to do an experiment with me. Okay, all right, so we're going to go get a mason jar. I'm going to go get my mason jar. All right, so before Derek does his job, I'm going to show you, I have a mason jar right here. And I also have a pitcher of water. I'm going to pour some water in this mason jar. This is really cool, you guys. You're going to love this. Watch this. All right, so here's the thing. I asked Derek before the show to pick a playing card. And of course, Derek is super funny. So he picked a giant playing card. Look at this, it's a giant 10 of hearts. We're gonna put that down for a minute. All right, Derek, you keep hold of that. Now, who thinks when I turn the mason jar upside down, Derek is gonna get soaking wet? I think Derek thinks he's gonna get soaking wet. Yeah, he does. Okay, who thinks Derek's gonna stay dry? You don't? Derek, come on, have a little faith in Miss Claire. All right, well, let's see. We're going to use that playing card. So, Derek, take that playing card in your mouth, okay? All right, like that. Okay, yes. Now, I want you to put it on top of the mason jar. Very good. Now, I want you to use your chin to hold it down as we turn the mason jar upside down. I know you're standing on your head, but look what happens when I take my hand away. Look at that. Whoa. Check that out. Okay, guys, this is what's happening. Why you don't trust me? It's staying on because of something called air pressure. Okay, so here's the thing. There is air pushing on us. Oh, it came out. Did you see that? It came out. Wait, we're gonna try that again. It came off. That was you when you hit it then. Okay, listen, there is air all around us, pushing on us in all directions. Okay, even if you can't feel it. Now, what happened was that when we turned it upside down, the air pressure pushing up was stronger than the water pushing down. We still have some water left in here, which didn't spill. So we're going to try this one, and you're going to turn it around again, and we're going to go like this. Here it is. Now, look what happened when no, Derek's going to pull this away. Look at this. A little bit came out, but look. A lot of the water is still staying in. Do you see that, guys? The water's staying in the mason jar. Now, that is because of something called cohesion, okay? Now, cohesion is the little molecules in water, and the little molecules in water are hugging together over the top of what is on the bottom here, and that is a screen, just like you have at home. But a screen has holes. You saw me pour the water in, right? The screen has holes. It does. See, Derek says it has holes. But what it is, with the cohesion, the thin layer of water, it's because the molecules are hugging together over the screen. Like, don't let me out. I don't want to come out. All right, go get my picture for me, Derek. Thank you, Derek. Derek's holding the picture for me. So the force is only so strong. When I go like this, out the water comes. Isn't that a cool experiment? Okay, hold on, Derek, help me put this down. All right, we're going to put this down. Derek, you go into the audience and start watching. All right, we're going to be doing tons of experiments just like that and more as I tell you the story. Now, the story I am going to tell you, who remembers what this name is? Pirates Lost at Sea. All right, it's all about pirates. All right. But it does begin with two kids. Now, these two kids are called Grace and Roger. Now, Grace and Roger lived in an awesome house down by the ocean. And one day they noticed a ship docking in the bay. They were so excited to see this cool looking ship docking in the bay that they went down to get a closer look. And when they got there, they went on the boat and they looked around. Guys, everybody do this with me. They looked left. They looked right. They looked up. And that was when they saw a flag blowing in the breeze. Guys, put your arms up and be the flag blowing in the breeze. Whoosh. Can you make the sound of the wind? Whoosh, whoosh. The flag blew to and fro and to and fro and fro and to and to and fro and to and fro and to and fro. Awesome job, guys. Hands down. They looked a bit closer. Guys, look at what I'm seeing. Look closer at the flag. Do you see that flag blowing? It's black with a skull and crossbones. That can only mean one thing. It's a pirate ship. Suddenly, Grace and Roger heard noises. Oh no, guys, that meant pirates were coming. Oh no, wait, before we see the pirates, I'm gonna teach you how to speak like a pirate, okay? Now, in our alphabet, we have 26 letters, right? In a pirate alphabet, they only have 3. Now, see if you can do this with me. Put your hand on your belly for the first one and go, oh. Can you do that? Ready? Oh. All right. Now, put one hand, finger up in the air and go, I. Can you do that? Ready? I. Okay. The last one and the most important one of all, R. Can you do that? Ready? R. Let's do it all together. Ready? Oh. I. R. One more time. Oh, I. R. Nice job. So, like I said, the noises, it had to be pirates. They could hear the pirate alphabet. It was definitely pirates. They had to find a place to hide. Ah, ah, ah. They hid behind a wooden barrel. Can you guys go like this? Like your hands are the barrel? Go like this. They looked to one side. And then they looked to the other side. And they looked up. They watched as a smelly pirate stumbled past. Well, after the coast was clear, they came out and then they had to figure out what to do. Okay, guys, have a think about it, and you guys can call out at home, okay? What would you do? Would you stay on the pirate ship or would you get out of there? All right, what would you think? Hands up or call out if you would say yes, if you would stay on the pirate ship. Now, everyone shout out yes if you would get off now. Okay, Grace and Roger decided to play it safe and they decided they had to get out of there. So they ran to the edge of the ship. Oh, when they got there, they saw the ship was leaving the dock and sailing out to sea. They were trapped. Later that night, storm clouds covered the whole ship. A storm was coming. The clouds were so thick and gray that it was really hard for the pirates to steer the ship. Later that night, the ship got lost in the fog. Okay, guys, we're going to do an experiment to show you what that might have looked like. So in the story, like I just said, the ship sailed into the fog and got lost. So it was the whole sky was covered in dark gray clouds, right? We're going to make a cloud right now. Hold on. Right here, I have a bottle. We're going to make the cloud in the bottle. And wait a moment, guys. Before we do anything else, there's something really important. If you ever do a science experiment anywhere at all, you need not only a grown-up's permission, but these safety goggles. So I'm going to put my safety goggles on. Now, here's the thing. Our sun heats up the earth, right? And any water on the earth, some water will evaporate, which means it turns from a liquid into a gas. And the gas rises up, 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 until it gets so high in the sky that it gets colder and it condenses, which means it turns from a gas back into a liquid, right? And that's how we see our cloud, because of all the little water droplets from its condensation. Okay, lots and billions of water droplets. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through all that by heating up the air in this bottle using a bicycle pump. Now we need the liquid, And the liquid we're going to use is isopropyl alcohol, which is otherwise known as rubbing alcohol. All right, so I'm going to go and put about 10 milliliters of rubbing alcohol in here. And then I'm going to put it in the bottle. You guys are going to see a cloud right now. It's super duper 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 cool. All right, now I'm going to turn it around a bit, make sure it covers all the bottle. Now I'm going to heat up the air in the bottle using this bicycle pump. All right, I'm going to stand up for this because it needs a lot of force. Now, first I'm going to count to 5. 1, help me, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I think it needs more. Let's see if we can keep going to 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait. Before I get to 20, I know we have 5 more to go because I just counted to 15. So we have 15 and 5 is 20. We have 5 more. It's not ready yet. As I'm increasing the temperature, as I'm heating up the air, I'm also increasing the pressure. The pressure is the force that the air has on the bottle, okay, on any object. So as I pump this, the pressure is going up and the temperature is going up. All right, when I take this out of the bottle, the pump out of the bottle, the temperature is going to go down, the pressure is going to go down, and then the gas is going to condense, turn back into a liquid, and you'll see the cloud in the bottle. Ready? 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do 3 more for lap. Ashley, walk long. Yes, it's ready. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, check it out. I could tell it was ready because the pressure was so hard I could barely hold it. Look at that, everybody. We made a cloud in the bottle. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. And let's quickly count to 20. Now watch the cloud in the bottle because when I heat up the temperature, have a think about, make a scientific guess, which is called a hypothesis. Think about whether you think the cloud's going to get bigger when I pump it or smaller, okay? All right. So we're going to count to 20. Look at the bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, look at the bottle. The cloud is disappearing because it's turning from a liquid back into a gas. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, it's so ready. It's so ready. Okay, ready? Let's give it a big 3, 2, 1 this time. Everybody at home, go. 3, 2, 1. Wow! Whoa! Isn't that the coolest thing ever? That is so awesome. All right, I'm gonna let that cloud go right over here. And then, guys, we have to get back to the story because if you remember what was happening last in the story, Grace and Roger were on the ship and the ship was sailing into a storm with tons of clouds. So that night, as the pirates were trying really hard to steer the ship through the storm, Grace and Roger crept down to the lower deck to find a place to hide. They went down and they looked. There was the captain's room. Okay, so they crept into the captain's room and they looked left and they looked right. No one was around, but suddenly they heard footsteps. Oh my goodness. Guys, what would you do? Would you find a place to hide? Because it might be the captain and you'd totally be in trouble. Or would you wait and see who it is? All right, shout yes if you would find a place to hide. I'm with you, man. Shout yes if you would wait and see who it is. I'm totally curious too. Well, Grace and Roger decided to play it safe again, and they quickly ran over. Where are we gonna hide? Over here! They ran over and hid behind a desk as the captain came stumbling through the door. They tried not to make a sound, but as they were hiding behind the desk, the storm must have really been picking up because the ship started rocking from side to side. Okay, everybody rock from side to side like you're on the ship, and it was getting really turbulent. Like go back and forth and back and forth and back and whoa! 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 Wait, I'm getting a bit seasick. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Suddenly, as they were rocking, they heard like a jiggling right there. Across the room, there was a shelf. And on the shelf, there was a bottle. And every time the ship rocked to and fro, back and forth, the bottle got closer and closer to the edge of the shelf. Oh no, it was going to fall! It happened. Grace and Roger tried to catch it, but it crashed onto the floor and smashed into a million pieces, and liquid spilt everywhere. Oh. Ah! That was when the captain saw them. They tried to hide, but wow, it was too late. So the captain looked at them and went, everybody do this. Oh, who's that underneath me desk? He walked over and he grabbed them and he pulled them up into the air. But at that moment, the captain and Grace and Roger smelled something. They looked down. The liquid that was on the floor that had spilled from the bottle started to smoke and started to bubble and started to burn a hole in the floor. Guys, they knew exactly what it was. Poison. Okay, we're going to do another experiment, you guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do an experiment to show you what that might have looked like. So in the story, Grace and Roger and the captain watched as the liquid burned a hole in the floor of the captain's room. We're going to do an experiment to show you what that might have looked like. So here's what I have here on my experiment table now. I have, all right, this is super cool. I have here a styrofoam cup. See this? Styrofoam is a material with tons of air trapped inside, okay? The air acts as insulation, which means it keeps liquid that is inside either hot or cold. So if you're drinking a drink, whether it's hot chocolate or chocolate milk, I love chocolate, it keeps it either hot or cold, right? Okay, I have here an ingredient you might have in your home. It's called acetone. Now, acetone is one of the main ingredients in nail polish remover. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pour some acetone on the cup, all right? So I'm going to put some of this, is called a graduated cylinder, and I'm going to put some of this in my graduated cylinder right here. And then I'm going to dump it in the cup and see what happens. Give me a 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I don't know, man. Like something's going to happen pretty. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. Oh, guys, look at that. Oh, I see you in there. Whoa, that's crazy. Look at that. That's so gross. So, guys, acetone is a solvent, which means some things dissolve in it. So when I dumped it in the cup, it like dissolved the bonds, these stringy things that holds the cup together and releases all the air trapped inside. Let's do it again. I'm going to do it and make it even grosser. Are you ready? And I can make a little sculpture out of it too. I'm just going to go like that and leave it there for after. Okay, watch this. I have another styrofoam cup and I'm going to put some more acetone in. That's perfect. And then what I'm going to do next is I am going to put the acetone right here. Okay, watch this. It's really cool. I'm going to make like this awesome styrofoam cup sculpture here. It's going to be wicked cool. Oh my gosh, it's such a mess. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's kind of like a spider web. It's so cool. I'm going to put it like really cool on here and see what happens afterwards. That's so cool. Isn't that awesome? So guys, that is because acetone is a solvent and it dissolves the bonds that hold the air inside. So that's just like when the poison burned a hole in the floor in the story. Okay, we need to get back to the story. Okay, so Grace and Roger and the captain suddenly heard the bells, the ship's bells clanging, clang, clang, clang. They ran up to the upper deck. And when they got there, they saw that the ship was really sailing into the gray clouds. Guys, the wind started blowing. And can you go like this, like the wind blowing? Whoosh. And then it started to rain like this. Can you like make 2 fingers like this and then tap them like this? Makes the sound of the rain. Oh my gosh, it's really storming now, you guys. The waves, they looked over the other side as the waves went whoosh and splash against the ship. Can you go like that? Like the waves going whoosh and splash against the ship. The waves are so big, just like you see, go whoosh and splash. Ready? Whoosh and splash. Whoosh and splash. Okay, let's make little waves just for fun, okay? Whoosh and splash, whoosh and splash, whoosh and splash, whoosh and splash, whoosh and splash. Oh my goodness, the storm is getting bigger. Let's make a giant wave, okay? Everybody, like, even go up on your tippy toes. Make the biggest wave. Make your body stand up and make the biggest wave that you possibly can. So stand up on your tippy toes. Whoosh! And then go forward and go splash. And again, whoosh and splash. Good job, you guys. So it was a massive wave, and it literally like went right on the ship and knocked the captain to the ground. Guys, it was crazy. So there was no one steering the ship at this point. I know it looked like it's died down over there, but the storm is raging ahead of us over here. All right. So there was no one manning the wheel because the captain was on the floor. So what would you do? Would you help the captain up, or would you go up to the wheel and steer the ship? Say yes if you would help the captain up. Okay, say yes if you go steer the ship yourself. Grace and Roger ran over to the wheel and they started steering. Oh my gosh, as they were going towards the storm over there, guys, right over there, they steered sharp to the left. Everybody go like this. And then they steered to the right. And then the left. And the right. Oh, I'm getting seasick again. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Oh, whoa, guys. Look, I don't know if you see, but like right ahead of me, it was getting even worse out there. I mean, check out the waves. I'll show you just over there. See, they're really, really big. And then they could see some rocks up ahead. Suddenly a big gust of wind swept them and the ship right into the rocks. Crash. Okay, we are going to do an experiment to show you what that might have looked like. All right, so in the story, the wind swept the ship into the rocks. Okay, so we're going to do an experiment to show you what that might have looked like. So let's talk about it for a minute. What is all around us that we need to breathe? Air, right? Is air a solid, a liquid, or a gas? A gas, right? Okay, wait. Air is made out of tiny little molecules, too small for us to see. So, I mean, if we can't see it, if it's invisible, how do we know that the air is there? Because we can feel it. And we can see the effect that fast-moving air, like wind, has on things. Now, I have here something you probably have at home, a hairdryer, right? Now, when you turn on the hairdryer, it sucks the air through here and throws it out of here. Like when you turn it on, it pushes it out of here really strong. And that's why your hair gets dry faster, because the air is moving faster than the air around you that's pushing all around you. Now, going back to the air pushing all around you from the first experiment, do you remember the air pressure, which was stronger pushing up on the card than the water going down? I'm going to do another experiment which is going to show you about air pressure. I have here a ping pong ball. Now, if I go like this, what do you think is going to happen? Have a think in your head, scientific guess, or you can even shout it out at home. Do you think I'm going to push the ping pong ball flying all over my room? Or do you think I can just keep it still and hover around here? Or do you think it's just going to go? All right. So have a think about that. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Check that out! That is so awesome! Oh my goodness! That was so cool! Let's see it one more time. Ready? That was so awesome! That is so cool! Okay, guys, let me tell you why it works, okay? So the air is pushing on us at all times, right? Now, that's the air pressure. Now, some Italian dude, like years ago, his name was Bernoulli, and he had a principle. Now, his principle said the fast moving air has a lower pressure than slow moving air. So if I, like the slow moving air right here, if I drop this, boom, it falls, right? But here is fast moving air, and it makes a lower pressure on the ball, and the low pressure is equal on all sides of the ball, so the ball stays in place like this. Isn't that cool? All right, guys, we are going to get back to the story. I don't know why my light went out. Okay, all right, back to the story, guys, because what just happened is the ship was swept into the rocks. Oh my goodness, what is going to happen now? Well, let me tell you. When the morning came, they saw, after the storm had died down, the ship had come to rest on the deserted rocky shores of an abandoned island. They all just stared at the gaping hole in the side of their ship. What were they going to do now? Okay, guys, what would you do? Would you search the island for food and water? Because you might be there for a while, right? Or would you search for things to use to patch up the hole in the ship? Okay, shout out yes if you would search for food and water. I don't blame you, I'm getting kind of hungry. Okay, shout out yes if you would patch up the hole in the ship. Totally, I want to get out of there. So they all went, Jake, Grace, and Roger, and the crew and the captain decided to search the entire island for tools and anything they can to patch up the hole in the ship. So everybody help me search. Go like this, like you're searching. Okay, they look left and right and up and down and left and right and up and down and left and right and up and down, left, right, and up and down, left. Oh, goodness me. Woo! You know, they searched high and low, just like you did, and they couldn't find anything to patch up the hole. Oh, right there. Grace and Roger were looking at the ship, and they suddenly had an idea. Oh, it was an amazing idea. They went up to the ship, and they got the cannon, and they pushed the cannon onto the island, pointed it at the ship, and then they lit the fuse. That was when the captain cried out, "Oh, I! Do that again. Ready, guys? Oh, stop! If you blow up the ship, we're never getting off this island." But the captain had to get out of the way quick because it was too late. Everybody, it's about to blow. Everybody, let's do a countdown from 10 down to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's do the sound of the big explosion. Go whoosh and boom. Everybody, whoosh and boom. Let's do it again. Whoosh and boom. And one more time. Whoosh and boom. The ship exploded into a gazillion pieces. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, we're going to do an experiment. So everybody, here's what we're going to do. We, just like in the story, Grace and Roger blew up the ship using a cannon. We're going to do an experiment to show you what that might have looked like. Okay, so over here on my experiment table here, I am going to bring up something super duper cool. I have here vinegar and baking soda. Okay, hands up if, or shout out yes if you have ever done an experiment with baking soda and vinegar to make like a volcano. Yeah, well, we're not going to do that. We're going to do something even cooler, okay? So everybody, go like this. Now breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. So feel that we breathe out. We breathe out a gas called CO2 or carbon dioxide, right? Okay, so we breathe in oxygen, right? The air we breathe in is oxygen. Our body uses what it needs, and then we breathe back out carbon dioxide gas, all right? So when you mix vinegar and baking soda together, it creates carbon dioxide gas. When you mix them, a chemical reaction happens as soon as they meet each other, start to bubble up, because a chemical reaction creates something new that wasn't there before and cannot be changed back. And so it bubbles up and creates this carbon dioxide gas. So that carbon dioxide gas has a lot of energy. So if we put it inside this, which is one of my oldest pieces of equipment, if you have a grown up in the room here, they might remember this. This is called a film canister. Now, a film canister, we used to have film in here where we take pictures. We'd have to take it out and put it in a camera, and that's how we took pictures. I'm not going to put a film in there. I'm going to put vinegar in here right now. And then when I add the baking soda and put the lid on, it's going to quickly make carbon dioxide gas, and it's going to build up a lot of pressure, because carbon dioxide gas has a lot of energy, and it'll like just try and fill the canister. Wait, what do you think will take up more space? A solid, a liquid, or a gas? What do you think? If you said gas, you were right. If you didn't, that's okay. That's how we learn. It's okay. But yes, gas can expand and will expand to take up as much space as it can. So that's how it can take up more space. So it's going to take up a lot of space, putting pressure on the lid, and that's going to go pop. Now it happens super quick. So everybody watch super duper carefully. Oh my goodness, I'm going to put my glasses on for these, because this is an experiment which really, really needs them. We should have them at all times, but this one, on they go. All right, so I'm going to put my baking soda in. All right, ready? I'm going to put that down here so you can really see. Now, I want a 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Oh, ha! It happened too quickly. Did you see that? All right, I'm going to do it again, because I'm not going to leave you like that. I sometimes pop it down, not quite quick enough. I'm going to stand up, because that gives me a little bit more movement. All right, so here we go again. I'm not going to leave it like that, guys. You're going to see it explode for sure. All right, so here we go again. That happens sometimes when you put it on not quite quick enough. All right, let me put that up there. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yes! Oh my goodness, did you see that? That was so cool. I have vinegar falling on my head right now. It is dripping from the ceiling. It is so cool. It is over everywhere, probably my computer. Oh my goodness. All right, now where did the film canister go? I'm gonna have to find a new canister, because it's completely disappeared, and I want to do it one more time. Okay, so another film canister. So I'm gonna grab another film canister, my friends, because you guys deserve to see it again, because it is so fun. All right, we're gonna do this. And my film canister has completely disappeared, the other one, but I have lost many that way, because they go flying. All right, are we ready? All right, okay, so I've got the baking soda, and we're gonna let it explode in 3, 2, 1. That was so cool. Oh my goodness, my room is covered. It is so cool. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. Okay, we have to go back to the story. Enough of that crazy awesome fun. More crazy awesome fun to be done. Okay, we have to go back to see it's all on my screens and everything. It's really funny. Okay, so guys, back to the island. So they're on the rocky shores of the deserted island, and guys, the ship had just exploded. All that was left of the ship was planks of wood and ropes and sails. But Grace and Roger looked at the crew and the captain, who looked like, what are we going to do now? They had the idea, remember? Hey, why don't we all work together and get all the planks of wood and the sails and the ropes and make a raft? And that's what they did. They worked together and they built a huge raft with all the materials from the broken ship. It's so big that all the crew could go on it. The captain, Grace and Roger, and just enough room for the cannon. So guys, they set sail on the water. Now this time, as you can see, it wasn't stormy seas. And they were getting sprayed by the ocean waves, but it was okay. They were soaking wet, but they didn't care, because they were so happy to be off the island. But no one was happier than the captain. He looked at Grace and Roger and he said, oh, I, arr. Let's do that one more time. Oh, I, arr. As much as me likes the letter R. Nothing is better than the sea. Bum, bum, ha. You guys ready for our grand finale experiment? Okay, all right, guys, this is cool. This is gonna be another mess, but I want Derek back for this one. Derek the duck. Derek, come here. Are you ready for a bit of a bath, Derek? No, come back here. Come back here, you. Okay, you can sit here, but don't run away. Okay. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I have here remember the CO2? Remember, go like this. Remember that? So I have here a capsule right here, and this is filled with carbon dioxide gas, just like we breathe out, right? Now it's filled, like it's got a lot of pressure. Now, when I pull this lever right here, it's going to open the capsule, release it in the carbon dioxide gas into the tube, and the carbon dioxide gas is going to push whatever's in the tube out. What's in the tube? Nothing. So I'm going to fix that right now, and I'm going to pour in some water. Oh, Derek's not happy. Sorry, Derek. You're going to be fine, dude. It's all good. It's all good. All right, I put some water in. Okay, Derek, here's the thing. You're going to have to sit up here. Can you sit up here? Okay, Derek, just come. Oh, he does not look happy. Right here, Derek. A little bit, yeah, there you go. That's good. That's good, right? Okay, so we are going to get Derek soaking wet. First of all, though, I'm going to cover my computer so I don't get my computer. Oh, Derek, come back. Silly duck. Okay, Derek is trying to escape. And while I protect my computer, Derek, come back here. There you go. There you go. All right. Okay, come over here then. All right, but either way, you're going to get wet. All right, guys, are you ready for this? So, guys, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull the lever. I need you to count from 10 down to 1, and I'm going to get Derek soaking wet. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at this. Whoa. Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm so glad I put that over my computer. But oh my goodness, Derek. Oh, Derek, it's okay. He got wet. It's okay. You like getting wet? You're just kidding. Okay, I thought so. You're a duck, right? Oh my goodness. All right, guys. I hope you've had fun today. I've had a lot of fun here, and I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you enjoyed all the experiments. Oh, Derek did. Okay, good. Again, my name is Claire, and I am from Talewise. Get in touch with your local library if you would like our information, because we do lots of different shows online and in person. And Derek is nodding. Okay, this is Derek. I'm Miss Claire from Talewise. Guys, thank you again. Have an absolutely amazing day. Thank you for coming, guys. Bye.